The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court.
The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The following is a presentation of Roosevelt University Athletics on the Roosevelt University Athletics YouTube channel. This is Roosevelt University Lakers men's basketball. from the Grand Valley State Fieldhouse Arena on the campus of Grand Valley State University in Allendale, Michigan. This evening it is Roosevelt University men's basketball tonight. A Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletics Conference matchup between the visiting Roosevelt University Lakers and the host Grand Valley State University Lakers. Hi again, everybody, and good evening. I'm Tom Westenfeld. Great to have you along with us here. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Women's game completing about maybe a half hour ago and resulting in a Grand Valley State win. So the Roosevelt men's team will try to gain a doubleheader split in the first of this 3-day, 2-game road swing for Roosevelt here. They'll be in nearby Grand Rapids on Saturday against Davenport University. But first up a match tonight, another tough opponent here for the Roosevelt Lakers as they face the 19th rated Grand Valley State University Lakers. Roosevelt coming into the game with a record of 4-17, 3-11 in the GLIAC, as Roosevelt has won their last 2 games, first winning streak of the year, so they're going to try to make it 3 in a row after winning games, their last 2 at the Goodman Center. Meanwhile, Grand Valley State on a roll. They are 18-4 on the year. They are 11-3 in the GLIAC, as Grand Valley State right now involved in a 3-way tie for the top spot in the GLIAC standings, as Grand Valley State, Michigan Tech, and Northern Michigan all at 11-3, so a 3-way battle for the top spot in the GLIAC. Here in 2026, Roosevelt, meanwhile, trying to stay in contention for that last postseason conference tournament bid as the top 8 teams get in to the conference tournament in the GLIAC. As we look at the standings, Grand Valley State, Michigan Tech, and Northern Michigan all tied at 11-3. And all alone in 4th place, Wayne State at 8-6. And then Ferris State, Davenport, and Lake Superior State are all tied for the 5th slot at 6-8. And then it is Saginaw Valley State, followed by Parkside, and then Roosevelt at 3-11 on the year. Grand Valley State coming into this game, as we take a look at a team comparison. Grand Valley State coming in shooting 78.4% this year from the floor. Average 39.2 rebounds a game, as they average 78.4 points per game. I was reading that and I looked at the column, and I hope I didn't read that as 78.4% from the floor. They're 43.7% from the floor this year, and averaging 78.4%, averaging 78.4 points per game. Everything was going so well this evening until a few moments ago, folks. Let me tell you. Anyway, they also shoot 31.3% from beyond the arc, and they're a 71% free throw shooting team. Meanwhile, the Lakers of Roosevelt averaging 68.1 points a game, and they're at 41.4% shooting, and they made 35% of their three-pointers. Roosevelt, a very good free throw shooting team this year, 77.9% from the free throw line here in 2026. So Roosevelt, as we said, starting to head down the home stretch. They're at Davenport on Saturday afternoon, still on the road, and then they'll be back home for home games to wrap up the Goodman Center portion of their schedule next Thursday and Saturday. And then they'll be back on the road to wind up the season in the very northern part of this state of Michigan on the 26th and 28th of February. As we take a look at the, as a matter of fact, taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the Roosevelt Lakers. Starting again to move to the final days of the year. After this game, there will be just 5 games remaining for RU on the schedule here in 2026. Roosevelt tonight looking for their 3rd consecutive victory. Again, they're at Davenport on Saturday. Then they'll be hosting Wayne State and Purdue Northwest next weekend at the Goodman Center before wrapping it up on the road at Northern Michigan on the 26th of February and at Michigan Tech on February the 28th. Lakers with work to do. Roosevelt again 3-11, 3 back of the final spot with just 6 games remaining. As the final seconds of the pregame countdown winding down on the clock here at the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena. We're about ready to go for basketball in a few short moments here in Allendale, Michigan. You'll be able to watch that game on Saturday at Davenport on Flow College, and then we'll be back with you for the live video for the final 2 home games of the year next week on Flow College against Wayne State and against Purdue Northwest. So, the countdown on the scoreboard clock, pregame countdown, has come to its conclusion. And not far away from the introductions of the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. As the two teams now have congregated around their respective benches. Roosevelt will be wearing their road green jerseys with road black jerseys with green numerals trimmed in white. Grand Valley State will be in their home white jerseys, and now the starting lineup introductions have begun, and we will do the same. And for Roosevelt, their starting lineup will be as follows. It'll be Mikey West, the senior guard, 6 foot even, from Waterbury, Connecticut. It'll be Hamari Bowers, junior guard, 6'5" from Chicago, Illinois. Hamari named the GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week earlier on this week. It'll be Devon Smith-Johnson, the junior forward, 6'7" from Cleveland, Ohio. Dante Sawyer, the senior guard, 6'5" from San Francisco, California. And Colleen Taylor, the 6'3" senior guard from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dee Brown, the head coach of the Laker program, as the house lights have been turned down. Again, Dee Brown, the head coach for the Roosevelt Lakers. And assistants Garrett Hill, Maurice Commander, and Griffin Effenberger. For Grand Valley State coming in at 18-4 on the year, 11-3 in the GLIAC. Their starting 5 will be as follows. It'll be Mason Docks, the 6-foot senior guard from East Lansing, Michigan. Jalen Charity, senior forward, 6'7" from Grand Rapids, Michigan. It'll be David Wilkerson at a guard, a redshirt junior, 6'4" from East Lansing, Michigan. Then it'll be Ethan Alderink, 6'7" graduate forward from Holland, Michigan. And Shamus Thompson, redshirt junior, 6'10" forward from Grand Blanc, Michigan. Cornell Mann in his 4th season as head coach at Grand Valley State. DJ Mosini, Sterling Johnson, and Caleb Brown are the assistants, as the house lights have been turned back up. And we're about ready again for basketball tonight here at Grand Valley State University. Again, the Lakers out on their road, black jerseys, black tops, black shorts, green numerals with a white trim, and Grand Valley State out in their home white jerseys with the blue numerals and blue trim. Well, this broadcast can only go up from here, and we'll try to keep it cogent for you here tonight. Roosevelt will be going, as we look at it, from our left to right here at courtside, and it'll be Grand Valley State going from right to left to start the ball game. Mikey West will be in the center circle on the opening tip, and he will be going up against Shamus Thompson, who leads the team at 6.9 rebounds a game in that category. And Grand Valley State has won the opening tip, and we are underway this evening from Allendale, Michigan. Great to have you along with us from wherever you may be. As GVSU with the ball, and they'll move it around the perimeter, left to right, off to the right side with it now. Here's Docks. Drives into the lane, pull up from 14 in the paint. Off the front of the rim and out. Rebound tipped into the hands of Mikey West for Roosevelt. Up ahead now to Colleen Taylor. At the other end, in on the right. Nearly had the ball wrestled out of his hands there by David Wilkerson. And there was contact on that sequence and a foul called on Wilkerson for GVSU. So his first and the team's first. And we'll have our first free throws of the game coming up for Colleen Taylor. Roosevelt is a team 77.9% from the line this year, as we said at the top of the broadcast. As Taylor releases the first free throw and drains it. Kaleem, 80.3% from the line this year, averages 9.8 points a game. One more coming up. As Roosevelt with the very early 1-0 lead, 19:36 to go in the opening half. Taylor's second free throw is in. Taylor drills them both. 2-0 Roosevelt with a lead. Pressure here initially by Roosevelt. And they'll continue. A little defensive switch in the backcourt. Long lob into the front court. Barreling in on the left baseline, getting around a double team, and a reverse layup goes in for Jalen Charity. His first 2 of the game. He averages 13.4 a game, and we're even at 2. Mikey West into the Roosevelt front court now, guarded defensively here by Mason Dox. Around to the right side to Hamari Bowers. He drives in from the right all the way to the hoop, laid it up and around it in for Hamari Bowers. So Bowers averages 15.5 to lead the team. Gives Roosevelt a 4-2 lead. We are just past a minute time elapsed in this game. Right side of the forecourt, David Wilkerson pops a long 3 from the right, and he hits it dead center. Wilkerson, his first points of the game, averages 7.8, and it's a 5-4 Grand Valley State lead, so we have our first lead change of the ball game. Colleen Taylor out high right at the point for Roosevelt. Dribbles in against pressure from Jalen Charity. They're working around the perimeter, then a baseline jump shot will come up a little bit short. Got shielded on the view, didn't see by who that shot was taken. But either way, Grand Valley State with a rebound into the front court. Mason Dox drives into the lane, fed it down low to Charity. Goes up and tried to drop it in. He got hit on the way up to the court, up to the rim. He grabbed the rim to break his fall, and there was a foul called in the sequence. This will be on Hamari Bowers for the Lakers of Roosevelt, his first and the team's first. And going to the line, Jalen Charity now for Grand Valley State. He's an 80.6% free throw shooter on the year. First one here is in for Charity. Has another one coming up. 6-4 in favor of Grand Valley State. Second one in the air and in. 7-4 GVSU. Colleen Taylor on the inbound here now for Roosevelt. Moves up and down the baseline a little bit. Brought it into Dante Sawyer. Now back to Taylor again. Taylor on the dribble up the floor. Picked up at the timeline by Charity. Taylor angles to the right side. Kicked it out wide right on the wing now to Sawyer. Drives in right edge of the lane. Turnaround from there from 13. Came up a little bit short, and the rebound goes to Mason Dox for GVSU. Pass up ahead. Wide left, Wilkerson fakes a 3, steps back, then fires the 3 from the corner. Came up a little bit short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Mikey West for Roosevelt. Long pass up ahead into the front court. In from the left side. Bowers went way up, laid it up, and went around and out. Bad luck there. I thought it was going to fall. Wilkerson the rebound, tried to throw it ahead, tipped back to Bowers. He goes down the lane, and this time, no doubt about it, he goes up with a 2-hand jam. So Hamari Bowers, no doubt about that one. And Roosevelt back to within 1 at 7-6. Mason Dox into the GVSU front court now, guarded by Mikey West. Dox angles left, has it to the left point. Tried to work it around a screen set there by Thompson. That really didn't go well. Wide left again now to Dox. He'll fire the 3 in and out. Rebound low left goes to Ethan Aldering. Wheels, lost the ball in the process. Loose ball picked up by Colleen Taylor for Roosevelt. He'll bring it into the RU forecourt now, has it out high right. Bounces it right of the lane now to Hamari Bowers. Bowers trying to back in, they double team him. Bowers in trouble, bounce passes it near side. Good anticipation, and David Wilkerson gets the steal for GVSU. Wilkerson into the front court, draws contact and a foul just to the right of the free throw circle. This will be on Colleen Taylor. That'll be his first of the game and the team's second. 7-6 GVSU, 16:58 to go in the opening half. Mason Kleinsmith now into the game here for Roosevelt. Mason, the 5'10 sophomore guard from Madison, Wisconsin, averages 4.6 a game. As we're back at it. GVSU operating in the front court. Charity, line drives a pass into the lane now. Thompson spins, brought it back out to Charity, who misses a straight on 3. Thompson able to track down the rebound left baseline. Fed it out high left now. With it is Charles Turner just into the ball game. Passed it out front. And a return pass to Turner, who caught the ball in the left corner, but his left heel was over the near sideline. And so it'll be out of bounds to Roosevelt. See now if Roosevelt can take advantage of the unforced error. They'll inbound near sideline. Sawyer brought it in right in front of our mic now to Mikey West. West sends it over to the far side to Mason Kleinsmith, who's into the front court. Kleinsmith picked it up around the arc now to the right side to West again. Mikey West brought it now wide right to Sawyer. His long 3 rattles home. Dante Sawyer hitting the shot from out front. Actually up to the right, 9-7 Roosevelt with the lead. GVSU in their forecourt. Dox with it near sideline. Dribbles to the top of the arc. Off to the left side now with it is Trevor Smith Jr. Averages 13 points a game around the arc. Right side 3 then misses for Dox. Rebound baseline left, clear there by Turner. Back out high to Docks. He'll send it wide right to Jalen Charity. Dribbles into the lane from the right, spins, off balance shot high off the glass and missed. Tip try will not go. Rebound down low left, tipped out of bounds. It'll be Roosevelt ball. Good defensive set there, I think, by Roosevelt. It's 15:50 remaining in the first half. We have our first media timeout of the ball game. 4 minutes, 10 seconds in. Your score, it is Roosevelt 9, Grand Valley State 7. We will pause and return. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
As we come back, Roosevelt onto the timeout, inbounding the ball as they'll move it all the way here left to right. Roosevelt so far in this game, 3 of 6 shooting, while Grand Valley State a little bit cold at 2 of 9 to start the ball game for GVSU. Roosevelt now has the ball in the forecourt. Dante Sawyer with it between the circles, walks it off to the right, drives in now, picks up a little bit of a tempo, laid it up and hit up the right side of the glass and missed, and the rebound goes to Shamus Thompson there for Grand Valley State. 2 passes later, a drive in right baseline, and a lean-in shot will miss there for Antoine Allen, who's just into the game. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it'll be GVSU to keep it. As we said, Antoine Allen coming into the game for Grand Valley State, a 6'2 junior guard from Dayton, Ohio. And it'll be now Trevor Smith Jr. to inbound. On the left baseline for GVSU. Pass to the timeline, picked up there by Jalen Charity. Brought it near side left. Here's Turner with it now. Has it back on a return pass after he dealt it out between the circles. Off the left side now, Ethan Alderink back in, has the ball. Got it up top to Allen, left side now. Allen passed it wide left to Turner, who missed the 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound to Dante Sawyer in the crowd for Roosevelt. Lobbed it up ahead now to Mikey West. He'll veer his way through traffic. No look pass out high right to Hamari Bowers. Bowers on the drive to the foul line. Kicked it out wide left. Catch and shoot 3 will miss for Sawyer. And flying in for the rebound, Charles Turner for Grand Valley State. Up ahead into the front court now, Trevor Smith Jr. has it. Moves it right around the screen set by Alderink. Now wide right Turner for the 3, and he rockets a line drive in. So Turner is first 2 of the ball game. And GVSU a 10-9 lead. Pressure here defensively by Grand Valley State, but now into the front court with it. As at the controls for the Lakers, Roosevelt University, Devon Smith-Johnson. And there's the ball top of the arc in the front court now. Off to the right side to Mikey West. Pulls up, takes a long distance straightaway 3, and it's in. Not quite from NBA distance, but it goes through nonetheless. And Roosevelt retakes the lead at 12-10. Quick ball work here, and then a left elbow jumper by Ethan Alderink, front rim and out. And the rebound cleared in a crowd again by Dante Sawyer for Roosevelt. Up ahead now to Mason Klein-Smith. He has it out high right in the forecourt. Free throw line extended right to Bowers. He drives in right baseline, spins and draws contact. Foul here. It'll be either on Smith or Turner. They call it on Charles Turner. His first and the team's second. Each team with 2 team fouls on the game. 13:43 for the half. 12-10 in favor of Roosevelt. Roosevelt to inbound now on the right baseline. Sawyer lobbed it out high. With it there, Kaleem Taylor hesitates. Off balance shot from the top of the key. Off the mark. Missed it to the right of the rim. It did hit the glass, and the rebound was cleared there by Marcus Gray, just into the game now for Grand Valley State. He's a 6'4" guard from Grand Rapids, he's from Memphis, Tennessee, a sophomore. Low left with it now, Aldering. Back out high left to Gray. Drives into the lane. A lean-in shot from the left elbow. Goes through there for Marcus Gray. So Marcus Gray, the second with a basket. And again, he's the 6'2" sophomore guard from Memphis, Tennessee, picking up his first points of the game. And we're even at 12. Kaleem Taylor off to the left side. Works it around an inadvertent screen set by the GVSU defense, and then a whistle and a foul. Call that foul on Javion Otten, who's in the ball game for the first time. His first and the team's third. Otten is a 6'4" guard from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And now to the line, Kaleem Taylor here for Roosevelt. 13:01 for the half. We're even at 12. Taylor's first free throw is front rim and out. One more coming up is back into the game now. For Grand Valley State will be Shamus Thompson. All right, one more free throw coming up for Kaleem Taylor. And he drains it. So Taylor misses the first, makes the second. He has 3 points off from the foul line tonight. And it is now a 13-12 Roosevelt lead. Three-quarter court pressure here applied by the Lakers of Roosevelt. They put on a trap, but GVSU able to bring it into the front court. A long pass to the near side, then a pull-up three misses for Otten. Rebound on the lane, tipped right elbow, picked up there by Mason Kleinsmith for Roosevelt. He'll bring it into the RU front court. Now to Sawyer. Kick out wide right and no one home near sideline. It sails out of bounds. It'll be GVSU with the ball back after the turnover. 12:37 for the half. 13-12, Roosevelt with a lead. Here's Mason Docks into the front court now for Grand Valley State. Out high right to Gray. Gray fed it far side. Sawyer the steal up ahead to Kleinsmith. Into the lane all the way to the hoop. Laid it up and he missed it. And the rebound goes to Marcus Gray for GVSU. He'll bring it into the forecourt and then pulls up and collides there inadvertently with Dante Sawyer, who got called for a foul. Sawyer was trying to get back defensively, and then offensively the brakes were put on there, and that caused Dante's momentum to commit the foul. And so Dante Sawyer, his first and the team's third, and GVSU now back underway after the inbound. Docks has it out high left. Over to the far side now. Here's Wilkerson back in, driving in. And that shot will go around and in for David Wilkerson. That makes it 14-13 Grand Valley State. And pressure here by GVSU. Here's Mason Kleinsmith on the backcourt. Looks back to the bench. And across the timeline near the middle of the center circle. He angles to the right. And they try to collapse around him on a double team. They're able to do so. Nearly threw it away, but Mikey West came to the rescue to get to the ball here near sideline. Shot clock down to 8. West has it still wide right. Moving around two defenders all the way in deep. Kicked it out left side to Kleinsmith. And I think they called, I was watching the flight of the ball, but I think they called out of bounds on the right baseline before the pass. And we have a timeout on the floor. So it'll be GVSU with the ball back. Under 12 media timeout is here. 11:31 to go in the half. Timeout on the floor with a score. It's Grand Valley State 14, Roosevelt 13. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older-adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
As we come back to Allendale, Michigan, Roosevelt right now for this ball game at 4 of 11 to start. Grand Valley State at 5 of 16. As we've already had 5 changes of the lead and 2 ties in this ball game. As 11:31 to go in the half and a 1-point ball game at 14-13. After the timeout, Grand Valley State to move it all the way as we look at it here at courtside, right to left. Roosevelt applying a 3-quarter court trap, but GVSU able to break that. Long pass into the front court, in from the left side. A layup attempt missed there by Javion Otten. And on the rebound, jump ball is going to be called. It'll be Roosevelt ball on the alternate possession. So Roosevelt a chance to retake the lead. Coming back into the game now, Trevor Smith Jr. for Grand Valley State. Kaleem Taylor on the inbound now for Roosevelt. He looks, directing a little traffic, and brought it into Hamari Bowers, who's back in. And now back to Kaleem Taylor again. Kaleem picked up in the backcourt defensively by Trevor Smith Jr. Taylor across the timeline in the middle of the floor. Angles to the right, circles around right of the lane, goes all the way baseline right. And he went up, came down, and it'll be a jump ball. Ultimately, the call, it'll go to Grand Valley State. 14-13. GVSU the lead by 1, 11:02 to go. Dante Sawyer back into the game now for Roosevelt. Also back in Jalen Charity now for Grand Valley State. He has the ball back after a quick inbound. Headed batted away from behind it. Went all the way to the far sideline. Picked up by David Wilkerson in front of the Roosevelt bench. Wilkerson into the lane, leans in, lost it. Ball recovered down low. Cannot yet see by who. But GVSU keeps it. They'll bring it back out right of the key. 3-ball back of the rim misses. Bowers the rebound after the miss by David Wilkerson. Hamari Bowers into the RU forecourt. Bowers pulls up right of the key. To Klein Smith around the horn. Wide left now with it. Here's Mikey West. He'll back it up now to the left point. West moving through traffic into the lane. To the left corner. Sawyer for the 3. A little bit short. Barely hit the rim. Rebound goes to Mason Docks. 2 passes later. Reverse lay-in goes in midair there for David Wilkerson. Wilkerson with 7. Acrobatic shot. Grand Valley State now up by 16-13. Mikey West into the RU forecourt. Has it right edge of the center circle. Back right of the key now to Sawyer. No look pass wide right to Bowers. Fakes a 3, drives in right baseline to the hoop. And his shot rolls off the front of the rim and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And I believe it'll be Roosevelt ball still. Devon Smith-Johnson and Kaleem Taylor back into the game now for Roosevelt. Ethan Alderink back into the game for Grand Valley State. Here comes the inbound out near the center circle, and with it there is Kaleem Taylor for Roosevelt. Taylor has it between the rings. Moves it left side around the Smith-Johnson screen. Kaleem now back to his right, has it top of the arc. One hands it out high left now to Bowers. His 3. Oh, bad luck again. It rattled in and out of the rebound. Went to Grand Valley State. 2 passes up ahead into the front court to Jalen Charity. Fakes right, went left, drove in from the left, laid it up and missed it. Rebound to Wilkerson in the lane. Nearly traveled as he spun. Threw it into the far corner to Charity. He's under an immense pressure, baseline right. And he lost it out of bounds. It'll be Roosevelt ball. A wild defensive possession there for Roosevelt, and it yields dividends as they'll get the ball back. 9:30 remaining in the opening half. Into the front court, here's Kaleem Taylor now for RU. Taylor has it out high right. Dribbles it around to Devon Smith-Johnson screen. Almost went down to one knee as he nearly lost the dribble, but was able to keep possession. Here's Smith-Johnson with it now, and he'll back it out to the right point near the near hash mark. Johnson tried to barrel his way through 2 defenders, picked up the dribble in the process. 9 to shoot. Back now to the foul line to Dante Sawyer. Spins twice in the lane, then the 10-foot floater goes in for Dante Sawyer. That gives him 5. 16-15, Roosevelt back to within 1. Into the front court, left side with it now, Docks. Dropped it back into the lane, then backing it out, Trevor Smith Jr. Around the arc, left corner, bobbling the ball and losing it out of bounds there, David Wilkerson. It'll be Roosevelt getting it back. Wilkerson kind of starting his move there before having full control of the ball, and he paid for it. Inbound pass to Mason Kleinsmith, and he'll bring it up the floor. Kleinsmith across the timeline, bottom of the center circle. Has it now right edge of the center circle. He was actually toward the middle of the circle when he brought it across the line. Kleinsmith throwing a little bit of an elbow out between the rings. Underhands it now to Bowers. Shot clock at 11. Bowers pulls up in the lane, and it'll be a travel on Bowers as he took a fall as well, and it'll be Grand Valley State with a basketball back. Ethan Alderink will move it all the way right to, will inbound it as they move it all the way right to left. And now, D. Brown, it appears, wants a timeout here for Roosevelt. Timeout on the floor, 8:29 to go in the half. It's Grand Valley State up 16-15. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Roosevelt back in action on Saturday afternoon here in the state of Michigan at Davenport University to face the Panthers of Davenport. You'll be able to watch that matchup on Saturday afternoon on Flow College. 8:29 to go here in this one in the opening half, and it's a 16-15 Grand Valley State lead. One really good stat for Roosevelt so far in this game. They have 7 points off turnovers. Grand Valley State does not yet have a point off a turnover as we're back at it. Off the inbound, a long pass to Jalen Charity into the GVSU front court. And then he fires a fastball back right in front of us now and with the ball is going to be Trevor Smith Jr. He has it back after passing in right side. Now to Javion Otten back into the game. Around to the left side. Wraparound came in now from Smith in low left to Alderink. Back out high again. Smith left side to Charity. 5 on the clock. Jalen Charity, an off-balance pull-up. Missed as he came up short, but then drew a foul as he was able to draw contact while still in the air from Hamari Bowers, who got called for the foul. Bowers his second, team's fourth. And it'll be Jalen Charity to the line now for Grand Valley State. He is 2 for 2 from the line in the game. And now 3 for 3 as he hits the first one, nothing but net. GVSU now up by a pair at 17-15. One more on the way for Jalen Charity. And it's in. 18-15 in favor of GVSU. Bit of a delay before we resume. 8:02 remaining in the first half. As we said, have had quite a few lead changes. And as of the last time out, the largest lead for Grand Valley State was at 3. The largest lead for Roosevelt was at 2. Reflecting the close nature of this game and a relatively high number of lead changes here early on. It looks like we're about set to resume. Where are they going to inbound the ball? It'll be Roosevelt inbounding. Under their own basket to the left side. Taylor lobbed it. It was coming right this way before Dante Sawyer made a leaping catch to save your humble play-by-play announcer. He's into the front court now. Off to the right side with it. Here's Dante Sawyer. Sawyer spins away from Otten. Bounces at top of the key to Devon Smith-Johnson. Now wide left, and then a 3-ball by Bowers will miss. Way up high for the rebound there, Ethan Alderink. Up ahead now into the front court, Trevor Smith Jr. Back to Alderink. Open look for 3 from straight away, and it's in. A straight-on three for Ethan Aldering. Leads the team at 14 points a game. Picks up 3 here, and GVSU up now by 6. Left of the lane, ball loose. Grand Valley State gets to it. They try to feed it into the lane to Kaleem Taylor, who took a fall. GVSU with it back, wide left to 3. Back rim and out. Rebound to Charity after the miss there by Turner. Back to Turner in the lane. He laid it up, around and out again. Rebound tipped out of bounds as it pinballs off of several players. And I believe GVSU will keep it. Mikey West back into the game now for Roosevelt. 7:08 to go in the half. 21-15, Grand Valley State with a lead. Here comes the inbound, wide right. Otten saving it. Lobbed it high into the air over his shoulder, and scrambling to get to it at the timeline was Jalen Charity. Here's Trevor Smith Jr. now for GVSU. Picked it up top of the key. 2 passes later, Otten with it left corner, drives into the lane, off balance shot. He misses as he takes a fall, but Javion Otten will go to the line here now for Grand Valley State. They call the foul on Devon Smith Johnson for the Lakers of Roosevelt. His first, team's 5th. And it will be Javion Otten to the line for Grand Valley State. Otten, 10 of 15 from the line this year. It's the first one. Has another one on the way. Turner coming out. And into the game once again will be, actually for the first time, Austin Torrey. Checks into the game. Freshman forward from Westland, Michigan. Second free throw goes in. So both free throws converted. And it's now a 23-15 Grand Valley State lead. Largest lead of the game for either team. Dante Sawyer into the front court. Nearly carried the ball. Deals it now near side to Mikey West, who dribbles it back between the rings. West has it again after passing it right side. Fakes a 3. Spins to the foul line. Dropped it back now for Sawyer. 16-footer left of the key. Misses. He took a hard fall. There was no foul call there. And the rebound goes to Ethan Aldering for Grand Valley State. 2 passes later. Charity, a lean-in shot in the lane. Missed it as it went in and out, but contact in the lane. Let's see if they call this a charge on Charity. Yep, they called a charging foul on Charity. It'll be his first of the game. Team's 4th. Roosevelt to inbound now. Lakers of Roosevelt coming into the game at 41.4% shooting this year, averaging 68.4 points a game. 6:24 to go in the half. 23-15 in favor of Grand Valley State. Long lob to the timeline now. 2 passes later. Bowers for 3 from the right, ringing up for Hamari Bowers off the feed from Devon Smith Johnson. Bowers hits the long ball. That gives him 7. And Roosevelt pulls back to within 23-18. GVSU operating in the front court. Wrap around low left here to Aldering. Spins on a double team, put it up. It got tipped into the air. And Bowers in the crowd came down with it. Had it ripped out of his hands there by Trevor Smith Jr. And then he throws it away in the lane. Ball loose far side. And diving for it there, Dante Sawyer now has it back after he pushed it to the near side to Devon Smith Johnson. Roosevelt in the forecourt. Out high right to the point with it now is Mikey West. Moves it left around to Smith Johnson's screen. West picked up the dribble. Out high left now to Dante Sawyer. Back around to the right side to Bowers. Bowers on the dribble. Driving in right baseline. Head fake. Fall away jumper from about 6 feet. Rattles off the iron and misses. Javion Otten, the GVSU rebound. He'll bring it into the front court. Fed it out high right, then has it back on a return pass. Left corner now to Aldering. His 3. Back rim and out. Rebound to Mason Kleinsmith at the foul line. 2 passes later. Up ahead. Here's West with it. Right side. Dribbling in from the point into the lane. Kick out to Kleinsmith. His 3 from the corner. Might have been partially blocked as it came up short. And the ball went into the hands of Ethan Aldering. Back and forth we go. Lob into the lane. Devon Smith Johnson steals it right back for Roosevelt. Then as he started back the other way, drew contact and a foul. That'll be on Trevor Smith Jr. His first of the game. Team's 5th for Grand Valley State. 5:04 remaining in the half. And Roosevelt to inbound. They'll move it all the way left to right. Full court press here for the moment by Grand Valley State. Kleinsmith now getting around that up the far sideline. It's now GVSU backs off defensively. Kleinsmith into the front court. Gave it back now to Mikey West. He'll walk it up to the right. Backed it up a little bit to the point. Moves it left around to Devon Smith Johnson's screen. Now Smith Johnson has it. Fakes a 3. Barrels in from the right. Scoop shot will miss, but contact and a foul down low. Looks like this will be on the defensive end of things as David Wilkerson does get charged with a foul. His second, team sixth. 2 free throws coming up now for Devon Smith-Johnson for Roosevelt. He is a 71.2% free throw shooter. Shoots 48% from the field. This is the first one here, however. So it stays a 5-point GVSU lead. One more free throw on the way. Devon has not yet been able to get possession of the ball. Now we'll try for free throw number 2 here. In the air and right through. So Devon Smith-Johnson, his first point of the game, he averages 10.4 points a game. And a full court press applied here, and now we have a timeout taken. 4:39 remaining here in the first half. Time on the floor with a score. Grand Valley State 23, Roosevelt 19. We'll pause and return. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Lakers again in action on Saturday against Davenport. Then they'll be back home to the Goodman Center next Thursday and Saturday to wrap up the Goodman Center portion of their schedule. As the games are rolling on by here in the 2026 season. Back to action here in Allendale. And through traffic in the backcourt, Wilkerson brought it shy of the timeline, lobbed it ahead. Turner bobbled the ball in the lane. Got control back, fed it out front to Wilkerson, who buries a straightaway 3. So Wilkerson, his second 3-ball of the game. That gives him 10 points tonight, and the lead is at 7 for Grand Valley State at 26-19. Near side with it now. Here's Mikey West for Roosevelt. Picked it up near the edge of the center circle. Out high left to Bowers. Bowers on the drive, left of the lane. Jump pass, poked away, but recovered by Mason Kleinsmith. 6 on the clock. West spins wide left and drives home on a line drive, a 3-ball that goes in for Mikey West. Wow, he has 6. 26-22. GVSU the lead. Here's Javion Otten trying to answer with a 3 of his own. Missed it, front rim. Rebound to Mason Kleinsmith, low left for Roosevelt now. Up ahead with it, Sawyer to the near side to Mikey West. Pulls up, NBA 3 from the right point, misses, back rim. Turner the rebound for Grand Valley State. Got it up ahead into the front court now. Mason Docks hesitates, drives down the lane and laid it in. Mason Docks, his first 2 points of the game. 28-22 Grand Valley State. Into the front court now, Mikey West for Roosevelt. Throwing a little bit of an elbow there on the defensive pressure. They bump again as it's West against Docks. Out high right, West picked up the dribble, bounces it between the rings to Devon Smith-Johnson. Out high left now to Bowers, and he rainbows home a long-distance 3. Amari, his second 3-ball of the game. He has 10 points now. Roosevelt back with the 3 at 28-25. Into the forecourt, Mason Docks. Pressure to the timeline by Kleinsmith. Docks angles to the right, circles into the lane, all the way to the hoop, put it up, came up short, and in a crowd, Devon Smith-Johnson got to it, up ahead to Kleinsmith. Bounces it to Bowers, in on the left, reverses it up and in. Great transition basket there for Roosevelt, and Roosevelt back to within 1 at 28-27. Half-court trap applied here by RU, but into the front court goes Mason Docks. Wide right, long 3, air ball. Never had a chance there. That came from Wilkerson, and on the rebound, a whistle, low left. Things getting interesting late in the first half here. And we have a timeout on the floor, 2:23 to go in the half. They called that foul on Devon Smith-Johnson, I believe. His second, team 6th. And again, a timeout on the floor, 2:23 for the half with a score. It's Grand Valley State leading at 28-27. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Back at it out of the timeout now as Grand Valley State the lead 28-27 after the inbound pass. They swing it into the lane here. Trying to turn around and get a shot away. Trevor Smith Jr. couldn't do it. Brought it back out high. And a long three ball. Left rim and out there. Offensive rebound and a follow goes up and in for David Wilkerson. Wilkerson missed that three. Never really had a chance, but he was able to follow up his own shot, get the rebound, and hit the second shot that went in. And it's a 30-27 GVSU lead. Mikey Smith just inside the timeline for the Roosevelt Lakers on the forecourt now. Angles off to the right. Under a double team. Hook pass now, top of the key to Bowers, into the lane. Passes it wide right, and then a travel called after the catch there on Dante Sawyer. And it'll be Roosevelt with the turnover. Mo Saul coming into the game now for the first time here for RU. Saul, the 6'5" senior forward from Downers Grove, Illinois. Up the near side and into the front court now. Trevor Smith Jr. here for Grand Valley State. Over to the far side. Here's Jalen Charity to drive in from the right elbow. Laid it up too hard off the glass. Dante Sawyer, the Roosevelt rebound. He'll bring it into the front court in transition. Tried to pass it ahead, knocked away with a steal. Dogs up ahead, overled Jalen Charity, who tried to track it down left baseline. It went out of bounds, and it will be, I believe, GVSU ball. Yes, they will get the ball to Lindbaum at left baseline. Both officials were back here to my right, out of my sight line. Didn't see the signal. Inbound pass off the left side now to Trevor Smith Jr. Driving in the lane by Charity. Didn't take a shot. Brought it back out to Wilkerson between the rings. Sends it now to the right side to Charity again. Pull up from the right elbow. Back rim and out. Rebound tip to the near side. Getting to it, Kaleem Taylor for Roosevelt. Taylor behind the back dribble to keep it away from Alderink. Not once, but twice. Now he angles right in the RU front court. Under a minute remaining in the half. Roosevelt can tie with a three. Moving around the perimeter, right to left. Here's West pulling up. Line drive three. Front rim, back rim and out. And the rebound to Ethan Alderink there for Grand Valley State. Two passes later, Wilkerson has it wide right in the front court. Pulls up, takes a three, and it's in. Well, when he released it, I didn't think it had the distance, but it hit nothing but net for Wilkerson. And an immediate whistle after the shot as that doubles GVSU's lead now to 6 at 33-27. Let's see if we have a challenge here by D. Brown on whether it may have been a 2 or a 3. No, we had a technical foul call there. At the other end now, it'll be Mikey West going to the line here for Roosevelt. The sound system here, it's very difficult as the first free throw is in for Mikey West. It's difficult to hear the announcements, and they have not posted any fouls on the board. One more coming up. It's Mikey West back to the line. Missed the second free throw. They called that one on David Wilkerson. And that is now 17 fouls, by the way, on Grand Valley State. So Roosevelt into the penalty, although it did not apply just now. And it'll be Grand Valley State now with possession. And off the inbound, ball tipped here near side. Actually, Roosevelt with possession after the free throws, I beg your pardon. Ball got tipped to the near sideline, picked up there by Hamari Bowers, and now he'll bring it back out high to Mikey West at the left point. 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Roosevelt trailing at 33-28. Here's Mikey West leaning over the dribble. Shot clock is at 10, 2.5 ahead of the game clock. Mikey West has it out near right edge of the center circle. Fakes left, went right, drove right edge of the lane, all the way to the hoop. Passed it to the last second now to Bowers. His three at the shot clock buzzer. Too late, it missed anyway, and it'll be GVSU with the ball back on what was eventually a shot clock violation. 1.9 remaining in the first half. There's time for Grand Valley State to get a shot away. Alderink on the inbound, looking. Two-handed pass knocked away, and then a turnaround shot goes in for Hamari Bowers. Bowers stole the ball, turned around and hit a two from just inside the top of the key. What a turn of events there, and we come to the end of the first half in a one-possession ball game. Well, your score here at the break, it is Grand Valley State 33 and Roosevelt 30. We're going to pause, take an extended timeout during our halftime break, and then we'll be back with our second half play-by-play. Very interesting game here tonight in Allendale, Wisconsin. Again, your score, it is Roosevelt on the short end, but it's close. It's Grand Valley State 33, Roosevelt 30. We'll pause, take our extended timeout, and come back after that with our first half scoring recap and second half play-by-play in a three-point ball game. You're tuned to Roosevelt University basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older-adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older-adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Back in Allendale, Michigan, as we are still in our halftime break, and it is a good ball game here tonight in game number 2 of our doubleheader. Grand Valley State right now with a 33-30 lead over Roosevelt, as it is Lakers versus Lakers tonight. And let's take a look. Some great music in the background to give you our first half scoring recap. And for Grand Valley State right now, they're led in scoring by David Wilkerson. He has 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Rest of the scoring for Grand Valley State, Jalen Charity with 6, and then 3 in the ball game for Alderink and as well Turner. And then it's Dox, Allen, and Gray with 2 each. Shamus Thompson, Javion Otten, Austin Torrey, and Trevor Smith Jr. have all played but not scored in the ball game for Grand Valley State. For Roosevelt right now, they're led in scoring by Amari Bowers with 14 on 6 of 10 shooting. Rest of the scoring for Roosevelt, 7 for Mikey West, 5 for Dante Sawyer. Kaleem Taylor has 3, Devon Smith-Johnson 1. Mo Saul and Mason Kleinsmith have both played but have not yet scored in a combined 22 minutes of playing time. Shooting stats in the opening half. Roosevelt 10 of 26, 38.5%. They're 5 of 12 from three-point range and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. While Grand Valley State 11 of 35, 31.4%. They're 5 of 17 from 3. They made all 6 of their free throws. Rebounding in this game, a 26-15 advantage for Grand Valley State. Turnovers tonight, Grand Valley State with 10, Roosevelt with 9. We've had 5 lead changes, 2 ties. Largest lead of the game has been an 8 for Grand Valley State, and it's been for 2 for Roosevelt. Still a couple of minutes away from the start of our second half, so we'll step aside, take about a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll return. Real good second half in store here tonight in Allendale, Michigan. The score again at the break, it is Grand Valley State 33, Roosevelt 30. Your turn to Roosevelt University basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Back with you from Allendale, Michigan. Final seconds of the halftime break winding down now off the scoreboard clock here at the Grand Valley State Fieldhouse Arena. And a good ball game in progress. A one-possession game thanks to that great steal and basket at the end of the half by Hamari Bowers. And so now we're about to head here to half number 2 in our ball game. 33-30, Roosevelt trailing by one possession as we come out of the halftime break now. 20 minutes set on the clock. It'll be Roosevelt to open up the second half of the game with possession. Roosevelt, as we look at it, going from our left to right. Grand Valley State right to, rather, beg your pardon, it's Roosevelt going right to left here in the second half. GVSU left to right. All right, we have that taken care of. Dante Sawyer has it in front of the, just near the timeline in the front court here for RU. Wide right to Hamari Bowers. Lost the dribble, got it back, backs in, then takes a turnaround jumper from about 13. Off the front rim and out on a short shot there. Ethan Aldering, the rebound for Grand Valley State. He'll bring it into the front court. Line drives it in deep. And a kick out then to the left corner. A 3-ball will miss, and the rebound goes to Colleen Taylor here for Roosevelt. He'll bring it back the other way and into the front court. Pass over to the far side, tipped away. Mikey West able to recover for Roosevelt. West has it wide right, backs it up, takes what I believe is a 3. Didn't matter, hit the front of the rim and out. Rebound offensively going to Mikey West, who followed up his shot beautifully. Out high now to Taylor. Taylor wheels his way into the lane. Jump pass to the corner, and it was tipped out of bounds, and I believe it'll be Roosevelt to keep it. I believe it was David Wilkerson tipped that ball away into the corner and out of bounds. It'll be RU now to get another chance here with 11 to shoot. So 11 on the shot clock. Inbound far sideline of the corner. Brought into Dante Sawyer wide right, and he dropped it out of bounds. It'll be Grand Valley State with the ball back. So neither team able to score here in the opening stages of the second half. And now defensive pressure here by Roosevelt, and Colleen Taylor will get called on the contact. Taylor with his second, team's first of the second half. We are 1 minute into the second half, no scoring as of yet. Ethan Alderink in the front court, gave it up now to Mason Docks. Again to Alderink between the rings, he's guarded by Mikey West. Alderink hands it off now to Docks. He angles a little bit off to the right side with it. Shot clock at 13, bounce pass in low right to, I believe, Alderink. Yep, it's Ethan Alderink with it. Turnaround shot, missed, but then he was able to get the tip in. So Alderink with 5. And the lead is at 5 for GVSU at 35-30. Mikey West right in front of our mic, has it near sideline. Flips it here now to Devon Smith-Johnson. He dribbles it out to the center circle now. Smith-Johnson angles a little bit now to the right side. Picked up the dribble. Under some pressure. Able to bounce it out to Mikey West, far sideline now. West around the Smith-Johnson screen. Back to Devon, wide right. Lets a defender go by. Fires up a 3 short, but the tip try will be there for Dante Sawyer. That'll give him 7. Roosevelt back to within 3 at 35-32, 2 minutes into the second half. Here's Alderink out high left in the GVSU front court. Hands it off now. With it there is Charity. who has it back after he passed it to the right now to Dox. Charity fed it into the lane to Alderink. Down the lane he goes and hits the right-handed kind of combination leaner and hook shot, if you will. He was leaning in but had full extension with the right arm and was able to hit the shot. That gives Charity 8. Charity trying to steal the ball to the timeline, nearly came up with it. But Bowers has it wide right, and he buries a 3. Amari Bowers with 17. 2-point game at 37-35. Right side Wilkerson, 4-3 to try to answer. Off the back of the rim and out. Rebound baseline left. Who has it? Turned out with the ball there. That was going to be Shamus Thompson. Went to the floor as he passed it wide left, and now back around they go to the right side, and the 3 ball will be in for Mason Dox. His first points of the second half. He has 5 points tonight. GVSU back up 5 at 40-35. Mikey West in the backcourt for Roosevelt. Bounces it to the far side now to Dante Sawyer. Lob across what was going to be a trap to Devon Smith-Johnson. Now to Mikey West, near side. Drives in from the left into the lane. Tried a one-handed pass over to the right, tipped out of bounds. Was it tipped or did he lose it? Oh, it looks like it might be GVSU ball, or will it be? Nope, it'll be Roosevelt to keep it. Everybody was starting to walk back the other way as if it would be a GVSU inbound, but it is Mikey West now to bring it in. 15 to shoot here for Roosevelt. West on the inbound, brought it into Dante Sawyer, who made the grab on the over-the-shoulder catch, guarded by Jalen Charity. Sawyer wheels his way into the lane, backs up, ball away from 15, around and out. Bad luck there. Jalen Charity the rebound for Grand Valley State. Here's Mason Dox now, angles right into the front court for GVSU. Has it out high right. Dox the dribble, stutter steps, wheels in left to the lane. Spins again into the lane, all the way to the hoop, laid it in, count the hoop, foul called. And it'll be Mason Dox to the line for the 3-point play opportunity here for Grand Valley State. Give the foul to Mikey West, his first, team second. So here's Dox to the line now. He now has 7 points for the ball game. Dox has yet to take a free throw tonight. He came in at 78% from the line. Free throw is in for Mason Dox. He completes the 3-point play. 43-35 in favor of Grand Valley State. So they've been able to build up an 8-point lead. Pressure applied at the half-court line by Grand Valley State, but a lob into the front court to Mason Kleinsmith, who's back into the game. He feeds it back out high right, then a return pass for Kleinsmith, knocked away as the pass came from Sawyer. Dox the steal up ahead to Charity, he laid it in. That was a pass through the lane. Charity was trailing. Perfect timing in the pass, and now GVSU up by 10. Largest lead of the game for either team, 45-35 Grand Valley State. Kleinsmith lobs it into the front court to Bowers, came in from the right, takes a fall, lost it out of bounds. It'll be Grand Valley State with the ball. There was a lot of contact there, but no foul. And we have a timeout on the floor, 15:52 to go in the second half. Grand Valley State getting some early second half momentum. They've been able to build up a 10-point lead. The score is GVSU 45, Roosevelt 35. We'll pause and return. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
As we come back, Grand Valley State starting the second half with a little bit of a hot hand, shooting their 5 of 8, while Roosevelt so far in the second half 2 of 6 overall in the game. GVSU at 16 of 43, 37%, while Roosevelt now at 12 of 32, 37.5%. GVSU with the ball after the timeout. They'll move it all the way left to right. Three-quarter court trap applied here by Roosevelt defensively, and then a long pass into the front court from Trevor Smith Jr. Here's Charity with it left of the lane. Jalen Charity backed it out now wide left. Back again now to Trevor Smith. He brings it back out beyond the top of the arc. Off to the right side, Charles Turner with it now. Wrap around in low right. From there, a little spin move through a double team as Shamus Thompson back into the game, tried that move and was able to draw the foul from Hamari Bowers. Bowers with his third of the game, team's third. And Shamus Thompson out of the line here for Grand Valley State. He's at 63.5% from the line, but he hits the first one without any difficulty whatsoever. One more coming up. That was Thompson's first point of the game, and now he has a pair. Comes in at 5.4 points per game, drills both free throws, and now Roosevelt down by a dozen all of a sudden. Near side up the left sideline with it, Mikey West. They trap him right in front of us. He got out of that, lobbed it in deep. Then Bowers had a shot down low, blocked under the basket. Thompson with a block, and now he gets possession. Then pushes it up ahead to Mason Dox, who brought it into the front court. GVSU, a little bit of a run here. Bouncer in here on a back cut to Jalen Charity, who went up into the air, missed the shot, but drew the foul in deep. 15:07 remaining here. They'll call this one on Devon Smith-Johnson for Roosevelt. His third, team's fourth. Right now, if you're Roosevelt, got to be worried about the game now getting away from you here. GVSU able to build up a 12-point lead. Jalen Charity to the line for Grand Valley State. First one is in and out. That was Charity's first miss in 5 free throw attempts in the ball game. One more coming up. Charity takes his time. That one goes around and in. 48-35. So Roosevelt down now by 13. Mason Kleinsmith in the backcourt picked up the dribble. 2 passes later, wide right with it in the forecourt. Here's Mikey West. West on the dribble. Kicked it out now to Kleinsmith. Back to West out between the circles. Mikey West the drive, right edge of the lane, into the lane. Trying to reverse it up. That's rejected by Thompson. Loose ball picked up here by Mason Dox. He'll bring it into the front court. Pulled up, lost the ball in the process, but I believe he drew a foul there from Kaleem Taylor. That was on Kaleem. It's his third of the game. Team's fifth now. 14:45 remaining in the second half. Grand Valley in a way slowly but surely building up a cushion in this game. They're up now by 13. Dante Sawyer back into the game now for Roosevelt as Kaleem Taylor coming out. Inbound brought in between the rings to Trevor Smith Jr. for Grand Valley State. Walked it off to the right. Out high now with it. Here's Smith. Fakes his shot. Drives to the left elbow. Spins into the lane. Fought away from the foul line. Is in on a very nice move and a nice shot there by Trevor Smith Jr. for the two. 50-35 in favor of Grand Valley State. Half-court trap by GVSU. Roosevelt able to bring it into the front court. West through traffic. Pulled up right elbow. Back out high now to Kleinsmith. Left corner to Devon Smith-Johnson. Back again to Mason Kleinsmith near side. Kleinsmith works it up to the right on a loosely set screen there by Devon Smith-Johnson. Now Sawyer tried to lob it in deep, but it got tipped away by Jalen Charity, and then Sawyer tried to recover, couldn't hold on to it. It went out of bounds. It'll be Grand Valley State with the ball, and right now very little going for Roosevelt in this game. At least in this point. It was a 1-point lead. It was a one-possession game, 33-30 at the half, but a 17-5 run here to start the second half for Grand Valley State, and they've taken command of the game. Left side, well, wanting to pass it, finding himself open was Javion Ott, missed the shot, but then the follow-up tip will go in as Charles Turner came in from the left side to tip it in. Turner now with 5. He had a field goal in the first half that I thought was for 2 that went for a 3. 52-35 Grand Valley State. Lakers spread the floor, wide right of 3, missing here for Mikey West. And the rebound goes to Ethan Alderink now for Grand Valley State. Bounce pass now came from Turner, left of the lane to Smith. Wheels his way in on West, off balance shot, banks and missed. Rebound battled for here. Sawyer and Turner battling for it. Actually, that was Devon Smith-Johnson and Turner battling for it. And a foul here called, and it'll be on Charles Turner. Turner with his second. That is the team's first of the second half. 13:23 remaining. And Grand Valley State, 1 possession game, 3-point lead of the half, but that lead for Grand Valley State is ballooned down to 17. Here's Mikey West between the rings in the forecourt for Roosevelt. Sends it to the far side now to Kaleem Taylor back in. Now to Hamari Bowers, top of the key, wheels to the right elbow, bobbled it, got it right back. Now to West to the right point. West moves left and right, spins, now whistle as he was spinning here at the elbow. And a spectator here. Looks like took a little bit of a fall here to our left on the courtside seats. And so the official stopping the game, and we'll restart. Shot clock showing 6. Mikey West to inbound here, under the basket to the left. He'll get the ball. 12:58 for the game. Inbound now out high right. And a pull up by Kaleem Taylor for 3. Off the front rim and out. And the rebound goes to Mason Docks for Grand Valley State. He'll bring it into the front court. Blows right around Kleinsmith. Missed the layup attempt, however. Roosevelt the rebound. Outlet pass into the front court to Hamari Bowers. 2-on-1. Bowers to the hoop in the lane. And he hits a little hesitation shot off the glass and in. He wanted a foul to be called, but that never happened. Bowers now with 19 points. 52-37 in favor of Grand Valley State. GVSU in the front court, wide right, faking, then stepping to the left, and then taking a 3. And missing on that shot was Javion Otten. And then on the rebound, it got tipped out of bounds into the corner. Better way to describe that or construct that sentence, it got tipped into the corner and out of bounds. It'll be Grand Valley State with the ball. Mason Docks to bring it in along the near sideline near the corner. Shot clock set to 20 for GVSU. Inbound brought in, out high right with it is David Wilkerson. Off to the left side, Javion Otten with it now. Long bounce pass and then a whistle as the ball was caught on the left baseline. Foul here, I think, on Devon Smith-Johnson, is it? No, it's on Mason Kleinsmith. His first. Team 6, though, Grand Valley State 1 away from getting into the penalty. Here's a left corner 3 after the inbound. Ring it up dead center for Mason Docks. That makes it a 55-37 ball game. And what was a close game at the half has been blown wide open here by Grand Valley State. Wide right, here's Bowers driving to the right baseline, picked up there. Tried a backhand no-look pass, tipped away. GVSU in transition after the steal. In the lane, a layup is around and in for Trevor Smith Jr. And the game getting away from Roosevelt here now. They're down by 20. An early second half explosion of points here by Grand Valley State. Roosevelt with the ball in the forecourt. West circling around in from the right, pulled up in the lane to the dotted line. Brought it back out high left now to Kleinsmith. To the left corner to Kaleem Taylor. Taylor on the drive, backing in. Good footwork as he backed in and kept the dribble. Dropped it back here for Devon Smith-Johnson, who drove along the baseline. Missed a shot in deep, but draws a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Javion Otten the foul here for Grand Valley State. That'll be his second of the game, team's second. And we have a time on the floor. 11:20 remaining, and Grand Valley State has taken control. They're up by 20 at 57-37. We'll take a break and come back. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Roosevelt, after shooting 38.5% in the first half, early in the second half here, they've gone just 3 of 11. While Grand Valley State, 9 of 16 shooting in the second half, and overall in the game, they're at 39% at 20 of 51. So after the timeout, we'll have free throws coming up now for Roosevelt, as it'll be Devon Smith-Johnson to the line here now for RU. Smith-Johnson 1 for 2 from the line tonight, and he rings up the first one. One more coming up. Second one in the air and in. Javion Otten had the foul before the break, so after the trip to the free throw line, the GVSU lead is at 57-39. Grand Valley with the ball in the front court, handoff now to Javion Otten. Flipped it back to Jalen Charity, wheels into the lane and lays it up on a power move to the basket there by Jalen Charity. He had 6 at the half, 13 points in the game for Jalen Charity. And GVSU keeps the 20-point lead at 59-39. Roosevelt moving the ball around the perimeter. Left corner three ball goes in for Mikey West. Took a long pass from Kaleem Taylor, and Mikey West drains the three. He has 10. And now, full court pressure here, and I believe Trevor Smith, he was under duress on a double team, called a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. 10:34 remaining. It's Grand Valley State up 59-42. This is Roosevelt University Lakers basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
A hand for Jalen Charity, who's going to inbound the ball here as his last points scored put him over the 1,000 career point plateau. That's the second Grand Valley State basketball player to reach that plateau against Roosevelt this year. As on the women's side, Paige Van Stee cleared that plateau in a game against Roosevelt back at the Goodman Center earlier on. GVSU, they worked it up quickly, and then a miss in deep, I believe, by Otten. Lakers got the rebound. Roosevelt Lakers got the rebound, and a three from the right missed by Mikey West. Otten the rebound, brings it up the floor, takes a hard fall after getting tripped up there at the timeline, and I think they called him for a travel, and I believe it'll be Roosevelt ball. It will be Roosevelt possession. Mikey West to inbound. Far side. Otten coming out of the game. And Marcus Gray, I believe, came into the game. Yes, it was 2 on the jersey. I thought it might have been 2-2 there on the jersey number. Roosevelt with the ball in the front court. Kleinsmith fakes a pass into the corner, has it to the top of the key, bounces in the lane now to Bowers. He misses the lean-in shot, got his own rebound, and then caught contact and a foul either on Gray or Thompson, I believe. Well, I was wrong on both counts. It was on David Wilkerson. His third, team's third. Free throws coming up for Hamari Bowers. He drains the first one. Bowers, his 18th point of the game, has one more coming up. 9:53 remaining. Still time for Roosevelt to try to make a run. They're down 16. Larger leads have been overcome in less time, but the free throw missed off the right side of the rim, and the rebound goes to Shamus Thompson for Grand Valley State. So Bowers goes 1 for 2 from the line. Those were his first 2 free throws of the game. Jalen Charity at the other end in from the left. Laid it up too high off the glass and missed it. But then the rebound was there for, I believe they announced on that, was Shamus Thompson, who hit the follow-up shot. That makes it a 61-43 Grand Valley State lead. Thompson picking up his first field goal there. I'm going to confirm that in a moment as the game going on here. Right side, a couple of fakes on a three from the corner. Back around wide left now, and with it here is Kaleem Taylor. Hesitates, takes the three, back rim and out. Rebound low right, reverse layup, then misses for Bowers. And then the rebound and a crowd going to Ethan Alderink there for Grand Valley State. Up ahead into the front court, Mason Docks through traffic into the lane. 13-foot pull-up is right there. Mason Docks hits the shot. Back to a 20-point lead for Grand Valley State. 63-43. Mikey West against a double team, tried to get through it, got called for a travel. And it'll be Grand Valley State with the ball back. Grand Valley State now looking to close in on what would be their 19th win of the year. They would go to 12-3 in the GLIAC. Roosevelt, their brief two-game win streak in danger of coming to a close. There's a touch pass to Charity from the top of the key. Then he feeds it down low to Thompson, who misses a shot in deep but draws a foul. And so Shamus Thompson to the line here now for Grand Valley State with 8:37 to go in the game. Give the foul to Mo Saul, his first of the game. Team 7, so bonus time now for Grand Valley State. Thompson's first free throw, bounces around the rim and misses. That's his first miss in 3 attempts from the line in the ball game. One more on the way. A lot of backspin and nothing but net there for Thompson. That gives him 5 points tonight. 64-43, so now a 21-point lead, largest of the game for Grand Valley State. Amari Bowers, top of the three-point line, tosses it back to the far side, and miscommunication. It was a turnover there by Roosevelt. Kaleem Taylor was moving in toward the far sideline of the hash mark. The pass was outside, and it went out of bounds. And so Grand Valley State getting it back. Ethan Alderink on the inbound, brought it into Mason Docks, who is back into the front court. 8:20 to go in the game. Pass up ahead, then Jalen Charity tried to touch pass it down low. That got blocked. And then as Roosevelt got the ball back, we had a foul called. Give that one to Jalen Charity. His second, team's fourth. Roosevelt with the ball. Mikey West wide left in the forecourt. Dribbles just inside the three-point line. Then a two-handed side winding pass out front now to Mason Kleinsmith. Drives in left side, nearly traveled. Lobbed it back wide left to West. West in through traffic. And a whistle as he went through a double team and a foul called here on Marcus Gray. Marcus Gray, the second, the foul. His first, team's fifth. Roosevelt to inbound, left baseline. West lobbed it into Hamari Bowers. Has it between the circles. Picks it up. Bounces it out high right now to Kaleem Taylor. Has it between the rings. On the drive now, right edge of the lane. Running one-hander, banks and goes off the front of the rim and in for Kaleem Taylor. That gives him 5. Those were his first 2 points of the second half for Kaleem. Here's Jalen Charity off a long lob, wide open three from the left, back rim and out. Rebound out to Thompson, top of the key. Back to the right side to Gray for 3. Right through for Marcus Gray, the second. 67-45, GVSU up 22. Rocket of a pass down low to Bowers, who misses the shot in deep. Rebound tipped out to Thompson. GVSU with it back. Into the forecourt, Mason Docks has it out high right. Now in a standing dribble at the right point. Now he circles around to the left side, guarded by Kleinsmith. Wraparound pass in low left, spin shot here in deep. Misses for Alderink, but he's able to draw the foul onto the hoop. And a little bit of time out on the floor. 7 minutes exactly remaining in the ball game. Timeout with a score. Grand Valley State 67, Roosevelt 45. We'll take a break and return. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
7 minutes exactly to go in the second half. 67-45 in favor of Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State here now in the second half. 13 of 23. They have gotten opportunities in the second half and have been able to, they have not wasted them. And what was a 33-30 lead at the half has now made it a, Grand Valley State has now made that lead into a 22-point advantage. They have outscored Roosevelt in the second half 34-15 to this point. As we come out of the break now, Ethan Alderink will go to the line after the foul called on Mo Saul before the break. And the first free throw kind of clanks off the front of the rim and out. That was Alderink's first attempt at a free throw in the game. Came in at 68.7% from the line. One more on the way for Alderink. For the moment, it stays a 22-point Grand Valley State lead. Now one more on the way. And it's in. Charles Turner back into the game now for Grand Valley State. Again, pressure defensively by GVSU. They do not let up. They apply a half-court trap on Mason Kleinsmith, who's in some trouble there far side. And kind of launches a fall-away pass to Mikey West, who goes into the lane. Nicely able to avoid a travel. Then wide right, Mo Saul with a three, back rim and out, and the rebound cleared by Grand Valley State. Up ahead now, Jalen Charity in from the right through a double team, laid it up no good, but a foul called on the right half of the lane. 6:33 remaining in the game now. Mo Saul the foul for Roosevelt. His third of the game, team's 8. Free throws coming up for Grand Valley State. So here's Jalen Charity down to the line. Averages 13.4 a game. He's past that. Free throw in for Charity. He is now 6 of 7 from the line in this game. One more coming up. And he hits it. 70-45, so a 25-point lead for Grand Valley State. So close at the halftime break, but a different story here in the second half. Here's Taylor from the center circle going into the lane. Passes it near side left. It got knocked out of bounds, and they're going to call it Grand Valley State with the ball back. So starting to wind down the time in this game. Long pass up ahead now to Charity in the front court. Sends it wide left. Driving in there was Javion Otten. Brought it back now left of the lane, and from there a drive into the paint, and then a right-handed lean-in shot. Misses for Trevor Smith Jr., and on the rebound, a foul. And Shamus Thompson with a foul. That's his first of the game. Team 6th. So one more now. Roosevelt will move to the bonus. Half-court trap applied by Grand Valley State. Taylor in trouble. Lobbed it to the near side now. And then a three ball will miss for Kleinsmith. Rebound tipped out under the hoop. It'll be Roosevelt to keep it. They'll set the shot clock to 20. 5:51 remaining in the game. And we have a timeout on the floor. 5:51 remaining in the contest. And it is a 70-45 lead for Grand Valley State. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
How is your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All right, 5:51 remains in the ball game. Roosevelt out of the timeout with 20 to shoot, inbounding the ball. Came back near the timeline, tracked down there by Hamari Bowers. His defender fell down, and Bowers down the lane for the two-hand dunk. 70-47. GVSU with the lead, but a little bit of a flurry there. As Hamari Bowers, the field goal with a flourish on the dunk for Roosevelt. Into the lane now. Fall-away jumper from 13 is there for Trevor Smith Jr. So Trevor Smith Jr. answers. He has 6, all in the second half. And on the exchange, it's a 72-47 GVSU lead. Roosevelt in the front court. Left side with it is Kaleem Taylor. Guarded here by Jalen Charity. Cross-court pass to the right side to Bowers. His fall-away 3. Missing, and the rebound taken down by Shamus Thompson there for Grand Valley State. 2 GVSU players ready to check into the game at the next time out. 3 from out front. Back rimming out for Trevor Smith Jr. Rebound tipped out of bounds, right corner. 4:54 to go in the game. And I believe D. Brown is challenging the last call. We've not had any video reviews in either game tonight until now. So we have a video review in progress. While they take care of that, we'll take a break. As it's a 72-47 lead as you're listening to Roosevelt University basketball.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
All right, after the review, Roosevelt awarded possession, so we're back at it here in Allendale, Michigan. And the Lakers bring it into the front court. Here's West with a 3 missing, and Javion Otten the rebound for Grand Valley State. Up ahead now into the front court, Trevor Smith Jr. Back to Otten wide right. His 3 off the heel of the rim and out. And the rebound goes to Kaleem Taylor for Roosevelt. Long pass right of the lane to Mikey West. Back now to Taylor. Hesitates, drives in left of the lane. No look pass down low to Bowers. He kicked it out wide right now to West. He drives in right of the lane, spins into the paint, laid it up and in. And a whistle, so count the hoop and a foul called, I do believe. Mikey West taking a fall into the base of the basket support here beyond the baseline to our left. They called a foul there on Charles Turner for Grand Valley State, his 3rd. Team 7th. Roosevelt to the bonus, though it will not apply right now as Mikey West to the line for the 3-point play opportunity, and he sinks it. West now with 13 points tonight. 72-50 in favor of GVSU. Long baseball pass into the front court to Otten. Into the lane, hesitates, tries to drive in under the basket. And he took contact from behind and a foul on Roosevelt. This will be on Kaleem Taylor, and that will be his 4th. Team's 9th. So now here is Javion Otten to the line for Grand Valley State. Releases the first free throw and drains it dead center. Otten now 3 for 3 from the line tonight, accounting for all of his scoring. Kaleem Taylor coming out of the game. Second free throw is in. Mason Kleinsmith back in also. Now into the game here for Roosevelt. As coming in here for RU will be Alex Clems, 6'3" sophomore from Los Angeles, California. He's had minimal playing time this year. Here's Kleinsmith in the backcourt now. He'll bring it up the floor against pressure from Javion Otten. Closing in the final 4 minutes of the ball game. Kleinsmith out front now. Handoff here from Saul to Mikey West. West on the dribble, underhands it now near side. Ball bobbled and then recovered. Is also in the game for Roosevelt now. As here's a pass here in deep to West. Back around the horn all the way out front to Kleinsmith. His 3 in and out. Rebound coming this way. And it'll be out of bounds. Let's see who gets it. It'll be a media timeout on the way. Elijah Beji, by the way, we mentioned just coming into the game a moment ago here for Roosevelt. He is the 6'3", 6'5" junior from South Holland, Illinois. So we have our final media timeout at hand. 3:45 to go in the game, and it's Grand Valley State up 74-50. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Out of the break, GVSU in the front court, 2 on the shot clock. Shot from the right side missed, but then the rebound got tipped into the hands of Marcus Gray, who was the GVSU Laker who took the shot. That reset the shot clock to 20. Gray circling away from pressure from Kleinsmith. Right side, Javion Otten with it now. He'll drive into the lane. Picked it up and hit a little mini turnaround shot. In the game now, by the way, Matthew Elderkin for Grand Valley State. He came in during the timeout. He's the 6'6" redshirt freshman from Granville, Michigan. So after that last field goal, it's a 76-50 Grand Valley State lead. Roosevelt has the ball, and they will bring it around the perimeter and bounce it into Mo Saul, who went down the lane, full extension with the right arm on the layup attempt that missed, but he was able to draw the foul. And they'll call this foul here on Matthew Elderkin. His first, team's 8th. Free throw, at least one coming up here for Mo Saul, and he missed the first one. He is shooting 2. Lakers are eligible for the 1-1, but that didn't apply there. Saw one more on the way. And he misses that one. And the rebound taken down by Austin Torrey, who saw minimal playing time in the first half, gets in late here. Lob it to the front court now to Jackson McGee. As just about everybody on the GVSU bench now, it seems, coming into the game, and on a follow-up dunk attempt that I don't believe counted. We had a foul here, I believe, on Mo Saw. Yep. He is 4th. Team's 10th. Double bonus here for GVSU for the final 2:27 of the game. 76-50. So 44 on the board in the second half thus far for Grand Valley State to 20 for the Lakers of Roosevelt. Free throw here is front rim and out for Otten, who after making his first 3 free throws has missed his last 2. Here's the second one. In and out. Rebound offensively to Torrey. In the lane, laid it in. So Austin Torrey picks up a field goal. Gets points into the scorebook here tonight. 78-50 Grand Valley State. Roosevelt with the ball in the front court now. As a drive in from the left side and a lane will be in. As hitting that one is Kobe Reed, the 6'1" senior guard from Plainfield, Illinois. He picks up his first 2 of the game. Whistle for a substitution after the basket as Otten coming out. Here's B.J. Walker coming into the game for Grand Valley State. Freshman guard, 6'3" from Zeeland, Michigan, which is on the way along I-196 to this point in the state of Michigan. Ball tipped out far side, and I believe it'll be Roosevelt ball. 1:56 for the game. Well, Roosevelt now will have to try to bounce back and regroup and try to start another winning streak, as they'll be on the road again Saturday at Davenport. Be able to watch that one on Flow College. Kleinsmith got away from a double team nicely, but then threw it into the lane, and Elderkin gets the steal. Pressure here by Roosevelt. Return pass to Elderkin after he fed it to the far side. Brought it into the front court, closing in on the final 90 minutes of the game. Spin move here by Torrey in the lane. Had it knocked away. Roosevelt able to get the ball back. Here's Kobe Reed into the front court for RU. Reed pulled up right elbow. The jump shot will miss. Rebound cleared by Marcus Gray for Grand Valley State. He'll bring it into the front court, guarded by Clems. Sends it near side right, and a near NBA 3. Coming up short on that was Elderkin, and on the rebound, Roosevelt getting possession again. 1 minute remaining in the game. Here's Mason Kleinsmith, near side left. Long distance 3, back rim and out. Rebound low right to Saul, wheels into the lane, head fakes, puts it up, missed it, partially blocked. Marcus Gray with a ball at the other end. Circles around to the right side now. Under a minute remaining in the ball game. Long straightaway 3, nothing but net for Jackson McGee. Exclamation point here for GVSU. They now lead it by 29 and 81-52. Roosevelt the ball in the front court. Shot clock is running, about 10 difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Saw the drive in from the right. Now they feed it back out high. And contact and a whistle here as driving in there was Beji, and we have a foul called here, and so Elijah Beji to the line now for Roosevelt. They called that foul on Marcus Gray for Grand Valley State, his second. And for what it's worth, 9 now on GVSU, although all the stats now are kind of moot. First free throw on the 1-and-1, around and out, rebound into the left corner, and it'll be out of bounds to Grand Valley State. Well, just too much offense here in the second half for Grand Valley State. Close ball game at the break, but GVSU pouring it on, really taking control of the game in the first 6 to 7 minutes of the second half, and they're going to win going away. They had the ball in the front court. They're going to run down the time. 8 seconds remaining. And Grand Valley State just seconds away, and there's the buzzer, and this game is over. As your final score here tonight, Grand Valley State 81 and Roosevelt 52 with a victory. Grand Valley State now to 19-4 overall, and 11 make that 12-3 in the GLIAC. Roosevelt, their 2-game losing streak ending. as they are now 4-18 this year and 3-12 in the GLIAC. 81-52 the final. We'll take a break, come back to wrap it up from Allendale right after this. This is Roosevelt University basketball.
It'd be great if life came with a remote control. You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
And a bit of a post-game ceremony here for Jalen Charity, who went over 1,000 points for his career earlier in the game. And Grand Valley State taking control early in the second half and winning this one by a final of 81-52. Let's take a look at scoring stats for the game now. And for Grand Valley State, leading the way was David Wilkerson. He wound up with 15 points. Right behind, Mason Docks off the bench with 13. Also with 13, Jalen Charity. And then it was Ethan Alderink with 10. Rest of the scoring for Grand Valley State. It was Anton Allen and Trevor Smith Jr. each with 6 points. Charles Turner, 5 in the ball game. Also with 5, Marcus Gray the second. And then wrapping it up, Shamus Thompson with 3. Otten, Walker, and Elderkin all played but did not score for Grand Valley State. For Roosevelt, they were led in scoring by Hamari Bowers, 22 points tonight, 5 rebounds, leading Roosevelt in both of those categories. Then it was Mikey West with 13, Dante Sawyer 7, and then Kaleem Taylor with 5, Devon Smith-Johnson 3, Kobe Reed with a pair, as Beji, Saul, Clems, and Mason Kleinsmith all playing but not scoring. Shooting stats on the ball game tonight. For Roosevelt, they were 18 of 55, 32.7%, 7 of 25 from 3, 9 of 16 from the free throw line, while Grand Valley State tonight, 28 of 67, 41.8%. They were 9 of 29 from 3, 16 of 21 from the foul line. Rebounding in the ball game. Grand Valley State a substantial edge there, 52-29. Turnovers tonight, 18 for Roosevelt to 14 for Grand Valley State. We had 5 lead changes, 2 ties. Largest lead for GVSU was at 29 points. Roosevelt's largest lead was at 2 early in the ball game. So, with the defeat again, Roosevelt will have to try to bounce back. Their next back in action on Saturday afternoon, not too far away at Davenport University against the Davenport Panthers, and you'll be able to see that on Flow College, as we'll be back with you Saturday afternoon as well. And that'll be for Roosevelt University volleyball. It'll be Roosevelt against Concordia of Chicago. Thanks to the great sports information staff here at Grand Valley State University. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Doubleheader wins tonight for Grand Valley State. Your final in Game 2 tonight, Grand Valley State 81, Roosevelt 52. Hope to see you next week when the Roosevelt Lakers return home to the Goodman Center. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us, and for now, from Grand Valley State University in Allendale, Michigan, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.